Everybody. Today I decided to make another 2024 election prediction. This time I decided to go with Mike Pence versus Kamala Harris. I thought this was the most likely scenario for who the Republican and Democratic nominees could be. Um, this really de- doesn't really depend who wins the election this time around in 2020. If Biden wins, Democrats will probably invoke the 25th Amendment. Um, and kick him out of office because he has dementia, and then Harris would take over. Or if Trump wins, I think Pence would be his successor. So let's get right into it. Obviously, this is the 2024 map, so a little bit has changed with the electoral votes. I think Texas and Arizona, a lot of the Sun Belt would have trended more Democratic by this time. Um, the Rust Belt's starting to get a little less populated, and let's get right into it. Out west, I think Pence could actually outperform Trump in some of these Bible Belt states. I really don't think they matter though. I think Trump will win them safe, and I think Pence would win them safe. Um, gotta lock the map. Indiana obviously is home state. He'll do well in, and then I think Harris would actually. Let's not do those yet. I think let me talk a little bit about Harris. She is going to probably run a campaign more to the left of Biden, and I think she's very, my personal opinion here, she's very unlikable. Um, I think that's really it. I mean, she's unlikable. Feel like she would kind of run a campaign almost like against white males. So I feel like she would be a terrible candidate and feel like she would get shellacked in this election. So, with that said, let's not even fill out any safe Democrat states. Let's go to the Republican states. I think Iowa, Ohio would go safe to Pence in this scenario. I think North Carolina would go likely to Georgia would honestly lean. Georgia would be narrower than North Carolina, just how Georgia has trended towards the Democrats. And I think Florida, a lot of Cubans would be turned off by the kind of like socialist or more radical left ideas from Harris. I think she would run to the left of Biden and how she's acting now. But I do think Colorado and Virginia, they would be likely. I would put them as safe if it was like any other Democrat, but well, almost any other Democrat. But she's so insane, she would pretty much do pretty terrible. And I think New Mexico would tilt to the Democrats in this scenario, and Texas would go likely. I think Pence would have more establishment appeal, but the state has trended so far to the left that I think it's still going to be somewhat close. Nebraska's second district, I think that'll go likely to Pence. And next, I will do Oregon. I think that'll lean Democratic. Like I said, the state's trended to the right, and also, like I said, Harris is just absolutely very unlikable candidate. Although I do think Washington and California would go safe. Illinois would probably be likely, and I don't know. I mean, a lot of these northeastern states would be closer too. I think New York would probably go safe though, but I mean, we could see Rhode Island get really close, Delaware get close, New Jersey, Connecticut. I think Pence would take New Hampshire, probably lean, Maine at large tilt. Maine's first congressional district. Actually, it's pretty progressive. But I'll say it'll be likely Democrat, and Maine's second district will be safe. Arizona will probably be tilt Republican. It's trended towards the Democrats. It'll continue. I think Hawaii will be safe Democrat, by the way, and that has already delivered Pence the victory. But I think he'll pick up some more states. I think Nevada would probably tilt to him. I think Pennsylvania probably lean, possibly likely if Harris is running on a banning fracking, and if Pence hits her hard on that. But I'll just say it's leaning, and I think the entire Midwest would lean to Pence. Actually, Wisconsin would be likely, but I think she would do pretty terribly. Oh, I forgot to fill out DC, but yeah, Harris would do pretty badly. She would get shellacked in this election. Pence would carry almost every swing state and possibly expand into more states that weren't traditionally swing states and make them more like swing states. I mean, I've already said this, but Harris is very unlikable. She was unlikable at the debate, and I think she would run not necessarily a socialist campaign, but close to a socialist campaign, and she would get shellacked in the general election. So that's really all I got to say for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.